Hey guys, what's up? This is Apple Investigator here, and today I'm going to be comparing the brand new iPad mini 16GB black and slate model that was just released today, and I'm going to compare it to the iPad 3rd generation 32GB white model, which was released last March. So I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a rundown over the specs. The iPad 3 is running a Retina display, beautiful Retina display in fact, and the iPad mini is running the same display as the iPad 2. It is a lower res display, however does look sharper on the smaller screen. In terms of processing power, we've got the A5X dual-core processor in here with quad-core graphics, and we've got the dual-core A5 chip in the iPad mini, the same chip that was in the iPhone 4S and the iPod Touch 5th generation that was released this fall as well. And cameras on the back of the iPad 3rd generation, we've got a 5 megapixel 1080p camera, front-facing camera as well that can shoot VGA quality stills and VGA quality video. And then on the iPad mini, we've got the 5 megapixel camera on the back, and we've actually got a 720p HD FaceTime camera out the front. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do a boot test to see which device is able to boot up quicker. Both of these devices are running iOS 6.0.1, and I'm going to power down both, and then we will do a boot up. Now, the iPad 3rd gen is running quite a few, is loaded up with quite a few apps, music, movies. The iPad mini is only 16GB. It doesn't have much on it as I just got it today. So let's see which one wins this contest. 3, 2, 1. Looks like the iPad mini booted initially a little bit quicker. I tried to release them at best I could. Let's see which one comes out on top. While these devices are booting, the iPad mini actually won that one, and the iPad 3rd gen has booted up now. Before we get into our next test, I just wanted to take a look at the thickness of these devices. The iPad mini is actually 20% thinner than this 3rd generation iPad at just a very thin 7.1 millimeters. In terms of weight, we've got just 0.68 pounds in compared to the heavier iPad 3. And when you turn it on its side, you can see that the iPad 3 has this teardrop design, while the iPad mini has changed dramatically into this more squared up design, kind of like the iPod Touch 1st generation. It has the diamond cut chamfer on the edge here, just like the iPod Touch 5th gen, and it really is a nice black matte finish on the back. So let's get into the next part of this test, and that will be Safari performance. So I'm just going to close all these apps that are running here in the back, and I'm going to boot Safari. Now, I actually had apple.com loading up there, and the iPad 3rd gen won by quite a bit. Now I'm going to load cnet.com. And I will boot these at the same time. 3, 2, 1, go. The iPad mini finished about half a second in front of the iPad 3rd gen. Let's try one more. New York Times. 3, 2, 1, go. The iPad mini has loaded it up very quickly, and here comes the iPad 3. The iPad mini has won that contest. Okay, let's test out Siri performance for a sec. I'm going to ask commands at the same time. Let's ask, what's the temperature outside right now? What is the temperature outside right now? What is the temperature outside right now?
It's 4 degrees outside.
I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you comment, rate, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please visit my blog at appleinvestigator.blogspot.ca. Thank you.